And Cyndy, antipsychotics come with huge risk factors and side effects, especially for our elderly. Not only is there more risk of falls, there might be more risk of infections, there might be more risk of cognitive worsening. And in fact, a study showed that 179,000 nursing residents in the US were being given antipsychotics, and probably inappropriately, because most of them already had dementia symptoms and other types of things where it might be contraindicated for. And I believe that part of the concern is the issues with staffing and training. Right. When I was working in a residential facility for elder residents, there was nobody to do behavioral modifications, really. And it takes time and resources. And that's not an excuse, obviously, but you can see that the burden of the system, plus maybe perhaps a pervasive idea that this might be a way to calm them down instead of getting to the root cause, is part of the issue.
So question, Cyndy, I mean, shouldn't the family be a part of the patient can't give informed consent, so the family has to be involved if they're changing the treatment plan, the medication dosage, et cetera?
Absolutely. How it should work is the physician should understand the patient's goals, the way they want to live their life, and then medicate or come up with a treatment plan according to that patient's wishes. For instance, if a physician said, hey, you need chemotherapy for treatment of cancer, and the patient says, but I don't want chemotherapy. Yeah. You say, but the likelihood of treating this illness is great with chemotherapy, but you say, I don't want it. Well, the patient should be respected, and the doctor should back off and come up with another treatment plan that will enhance that person's life for as long as they have left. And it's the same thing with these drugs. If the physician talks to that family, the resident, and says, here are some options, and one of the options is this drug, here are the benefits, here are the risks. You get to weigh that out and let me know what to do. Then the physician writes the order, and the facility staff should carry out that order that the patient really wanted.
Since many of us are going to be facing this situation as our population ages, how do we then look for the right facility that will honor these wishes, and how do we find the red flags as to what to avoid?
The most important thing is to visit that facility, take a look at that facility, look around at the patient's faces. Are the patients sedated? Are they engaging in activities? Smell what the facility smells like. If you smell urine, there's probably urine on the people. Talk to the staff, talk to maybe other family members. And one of the things I think is really important, find a facility that is close to your home so you'll go. Be involved, ask questions. The other thing you can do is when you sign paperwork at a facility, make sure you understand what you're signing. Ask for a copy, because a lot of times when you go to sign the admission agreement, you're also signing that you're aware that antipsychotics could be used, and you're agreeing to it. So make sure you understand what you're signing.
And the one thing I will say, and this is one of the sad realities in healthcare, we've talked about this in hospitals too. There are facilities out there where it's all about the bottom line.
Yeah.
And there are facilities where it's a cash cow, and every additional patient they see as a dollar sign, not as a patient to be taken care of. Now you've gone into investigating. Looking back, what's the one thing that you would change in all of this that may help maybe someone else in your shoes right now going through this decision?
The biggest thing I say to everyone now is don't wait, substantiate. If you ever see someone in a facility that their head is like this, before we would say, oh, they're taking a nap, I want you to look at it again. Also, any kind of facility you go into, if it's community care licensing where it's the 6-bed, go onto the site, it's online. You can look up the citations the facility received, see what kind of inspection report. If it's a skilled nursing facility, go to the Department of Public Health. They have an online website. They'll tell you every single thing that's gone on with that facility. Smart. Do your homework.
Patrice, thank you for sharing your story. Cyndy, thank you for sharing your experience. We're gonna have more resources on our website.